straight up, we got to talk about this mess at Charlie's pub because Brooklyn is literally spiraling and I can't even with her right now. It's like you see her finally getting her life together with Chase, the whole adoption thing with Delilah's baby, God rest her soul. That's a whole other tragedy, and then boom. The writers just decide to throw a wrench in the gears. Or maybe Brooklyn just throws the wrench herself because she's a Quartermain and that's what they do. They self-sabotage when things get too quiet. So here is the thing. Gio, the kid is talented, right? He's got that violin, he's got the looks, he's the new it boy in Port Charles, and he's performing at the grand reopening or whatever of Charlie's. But he doesn't invite his mum? Brooklyn? Like, okay, I get it. Maybe he wanted to stand on his own 2 feet. Maybe he didn't want the manager mum energy hovering over the appetizers. But for Brooklyn, that hit her right in the soul. She's been trying so hard to get him to forgive her for whatever happened in the past. And let's be real, she hasn't always been Mother of the Year material, and not getting that invite felt like a door slamming in her face. I'm looking at this from a purely analytical perspective, right? If your kid doesn't invite you to his big night, you have 2 choices. You stay home, eat some ice cream, and talk to your husband. Or you go anyway, hide in a corner, and drink yourself into a stupor. Guess which one our girl BLQ chose? Yup. She shows up at Charlie's. The vibe is high, the music is good, Gio is killing it on the strings, but she's sitting there feeling like a total outsider in her own son's life. She's drinking, and I don't mean a glass of Chardonnay with the girls drinking. I mean bartender, just keep them coming type of vibes. She thinks she's being subtle. She ain't. She thinks she's processing her trauma. She's just making it worse. And the irony? Gio wasn't even trying to be mean. He probably just thought, hey, mum is busy with the baby paperwork. I don't want to stress her out. Communication skills in Port Charles are literally non-existent. Like zero. Zip. N-E-D-E. The moment it all went south, so Gio sees her, he finishes his set, the crowd is clapping, and he spots her at the bar looking like a hot mess. He goes over to apologize. He's all like, Mom, I'm sorry I didn't tell you. I just didn't want to bother you with Chase and the baby stuff. And instead of being a grown-up, Brooklyn is just, she's gone. She's hurt, she's tipsy, she's emotional, she leaves the pub in a huff. Now, this is where the education part comes in, yo. Listen up, because this is a life lesson in how to ruin your entire future in 10 minutes. When you are that emotional and you've had that many martinis, you do not get behind the wheel. But she's Brooklyn Quartermain. She's used to things just working out, or maybe she just wasn't thinking. But Gio follows her. I'm betting my last dollar Gio didn't let her drive alone. He probably grabbed the keys. But he's a kid. He's stressed. He's looking at his mum, who is probably leaning over the passenger seat, maybe even getting sick, let's be real. Cheap gin and raw emotions don't mix well. He's driving her home, or trying to. He's looking at her, she's sobbing or yelling or vomiting, and he literally takes his eyes off the road for 1 second. 1 second. That's all it takes. And then the crash. The accident on the highway. We know Jordan and Curtis were out there. We saw the headlights. We saw the swerve. Someone came flying down that highway like a bat out of hell and forced them off the road. Jordan is a pro. She's a former commish. She knows how to drive. But when a car is coming at you head on because the driver is distracted by a drunk passenger, you don't have many options. The question everyone is asking is, was it Danny and Charlotte? Because those two have been acting out lately. But nah, I don't buy it. That's a red herring. It's too teen drama. This Brooklyn Gio situation, this is family tragedy. This is soap opera gold. Think about the stakes. Brooklyn and Chase are this close to adopting that baby girl. If the authorities find out Brooklyn was drunk, caused an accident, even if she wasn't driving, and then fled the scene, that adoption is dead in the water. Social services ain't gonna give a kid to a woman who is involved in a hit and run. And Chase, he's a cop, a good cop. How is he gonna handle his wife being a criminal? It's gonna tear them apart. The cover-up is always worse than the crime. I'm telling you, I can see it now. Brooklyn wakes up the next morning, maybe she's got a foggy memory of the night. Gio is white as a sheet. He tells her what happened. Mum, I hit someone. I think they went off the road, but I was scared and you were passed out and I kept driving. And instead of saying, Gio, we have to go to the police, what does she do? She goes into protection mode. She's going to hide the car. She's going to tell him to keep his mouth shut. She thinks she's saving his future, but she's just building a prison for both of them. And the traffic cams? Oh man, Port Charles has cameras everywhere now. The PCPD is actually getting competent for once, which is annoying for the characters, but great for us watching. They have footage of her car on that highway at that exact time. They have footage of her leaving Charlie's looking like she can't stand up straight. It's a slow motion train wreck. I honestly feel for Gio. The kid just wanted to play his violin. He didn't ask for his mum to have a breakdown at the bar. He didn't ask to be the one holding the steering wheel when the world ended. But that's the thing about educational value. In these stories, it shows us that one bad decision, fueled by pride and a little too much booze, has a ripple effect that touches everyone. Jordan and Curtis could be seriously hurt. Curtis just got his legs back, for heaven's sake. If he's injured again because of Brooklyn's ego, the fans are going to revolt. I'm going to revolt. The analysis. Why it has to be them. Why am I so sure it's not Danny or Charlotte? Because Danny is a Spencer, Morgan. If he gets in trouble, Jason just fixes it. It's boring. But if Brooklyn is the one that involves the Quartermains and the police, it pits the two biggest powers in town against each other. Also, look at Brooklyn's face in those preview clips. She looks guilty. Not just I have a headache guilty, but I might have destroyed several lives guilty. She's trying to play it cool with Chase, but you can see the cracks. Every time Chase mentions the adoption, she probably feels like she's being stabbed. And Gio. Gio is a good kid. He hasn't been corrupted by the Port Charles water yet. Seeing him try to lie to the cops, to Dante, it's going to be painful. He's going to crack. He's not built for this life of crime. The legal nightmare. So let's break down the law here. Because I'm no lawyer, but I've watched enough GH to know how this goes. DWI, Brooklyn was definitely over the limit. Leaving the scene of an accident, that's a felony, folks, especially if there are injuries. Endangering the welfare of a minor? Maybe not, Gio is older, but still. Obstruction of justice, if she hides the car or lies to chase Dante, if they get caught, and they will. Brooklyn is looking at prison time, and Gio, he's looking at losing his scholarship, his reputation, everything. And for what? Because Brooklyn felt ignored. It's so messy. And I love it, but I hate it. You know what I mean? Like, I want them to be happy, but the drama is just too juicy to ignore. The Gio factor. Gio being the one driving is the ultimate twist. Everyone expects Brooklyn to be the driver because she was the one drinking. But having the innocent son be the one who actually caused the crash while trying to help his drunk mother, that's some Shakespearean level stuff right there. It flips the script, it makes Brooklyn the enabler and Gio the victim of her bad habits. I bet you anything she's going to try to take the blame for him. She's going to say she was driving, she's going to try to go to jail so he doesn't have to. But the cops, they're going to see through it. Or maybe they won't. Maybe we're going to get a Brooklyn and Pentonville arc. Imagine her trying to survive in there with Heather Weber or something. LOL, okay, maybe not Heather. But you get the point. The real tragedy. The real tragedy here isn't even the accident. It's the trust. Chase trusts her. He loves her. He thinks they are building a family. If he finds out she lied to him about a crime that hurt his friends, Jordan and Curtis, he might never look at her the same way again. A cop and a criminal. It's a classic trope, but it hurts every time. And what about the baby? Delilah's baby deserves a stable home. Is a home where the mum is hiding a hit and run stable? No. I'm sitting here thinking about how many times Brooklyn has been given a second chance. And she keeps blowing it. It's like she's addicted to the chaos. The education bit again. If you're reading this and you think it's just a soap, think again. This stuff happens. People think they can handle one more drink. They think they can drive just a few blocks. They think no one saw me. But someone always sees. In Port Charles, it's usually a traffic cam or a nosy neighbour like Gladys. Is she still around? Whatever. In real life, it's a witness or a ring doorbell or just your own conscience eating you alive. Brooklyn is about to learn that the hard way. And Gio is about to lose his innocence. He's going to realise that his cool mum is actually a liability. That's a hard lesson for a son to learn. My final theory for now, I think the arrest is coming sooner than we think. I think Dante finds the car. Maybe it's tucked away in some Quartermain garage, but the damage matches the debris at the scene. He's going to have to arrest Gio, or Brooklyn, or both. And the fallout, it's going to be nuclear. Imagine Sonny getting involved because he likes Gio. Imagine Tracy Quartermain trying to buy off the witnesses. It's going to be a mess, a beautiful, dramatic, heart-wrenching mess. And honestly, I'm here for it. But I'm also screaming at the TV like, Brooklyn, what are you doing? She's so messy. The punctuation in my brain is literally just exclamation points and question marks right now because how? How does she keep doing this? The wrap up, sort of. So keep an eye on Charlie's Pub, keep an eye on the garage, and definitely keep an eye on Chase's face when he starts putting the pieces together. It's going to be the moment his heart breaks. And honestly, I don't know if I'm ready for that. Chase is such a golden retriever of a man. He doesn't deserve this. But Brooklyn, she's a Quartermain. And Quartermains, they thrive in the dirt. I just hope Gio doesn't get dragged down too deep with her. He's got too much talent to end up in an orange jumpsuit because his mum couldn't handle her gin and her feelings. I'm stressed just thinking about it. But hey, that's why we watch, right? For the oh no she didn't moments. And boy, she really did it this time. The road ahead is dark, literally and figuratively. Jordan and Curtis are in the hospital, probably. Brooklyn is in a panic. Gio is in shock, and the cops are closing in. Welcome to Port Charles, where the music is pretty, but the drivers are terrible. Stay tuned, folks. It's going to be a bumpy ride. And P.S. If I see Brooklyn take one more sip of anything stronger than water for the next 6 months, I'm throwing my remote at the screen. Get it together, BLQ. It's just the way she looked at him at the pub. She felt so small. And when people feel small, they do big, stupid things to feel like they have control again. She tried to control the narrative by leaving, but she lost control of everything else the moment those tires screeched. And Gio, poor Gio, he's going to be the one to pay the highest price, isn't he? He always does. The good ones always get the short end of the stick in this town. Anyway, I'm done ranting for now, but seriously, watch the cameras. The truth is in the footage. It always is. Peace out. Wait, did I mention the car? It's definitely the silver one. I saw a glint in the scene. It's her car. She's toasted. Okay, now I'm done. Maybe, actually, one more thing. The adoption. Think about that baby. That baby represents a fresh start. And Brooklyn just polluted that start with a hit and run. It's poetic in a really messed up way. Okay, I'm definitely going now. My brain is fried from all this theorizing, but I'm telling you, watch Brooklyn. She's about to break, and it's going to be loud, just like Gio's violin, but way less musical. Yikes. And I just realized if Jordan is the victim, she's going to be the one investigating it once she's out of the hospital bed. Can you imagine? The victim is the lead investigator? Only in Port Charles, baby. Only in Port Charles. The irony is so thick you could cut it with a steak knife from the Metro Court. Anyway, I'm out. For real this time. Watch the road, y'all, and for the love of everything, don't let Brooklyn drive your car. Ever. Period. The end. Or is it just the beginning of the end for BLQ and Chase? I'm scared to find out, but I can't stop watching. Help. Ugh. Port Charles, you're killing me. Literally, well, not literally, but you know what I mean. Bye. One last thought. What if Sonny saw them? He's always lurking in the shadows. If Sonny knows, then everyone knows. Okay? Now I'm really, really done. Bye for real. Maybe. All. Stop. PPP. Okay. Bye.